The last thing we covered was Lil Meech doing promos, and we saw him hanging out with Ross. We saw things weren't, still weren't happy in BMF land, right? The kid's not looking good. He's looking high in a lot of shit, uninspired, whatever. And we told you last time that Joe Budden decided to discuss it on his podcast, discuss what was happening with the whole 50 Cent Big Meech thing. And it turned into basically him saying, 50's petty, 50 need therapy. To say what he said about Irv and shit like that he needs therapy. 50 didn't like that shit. Now, he put up a bunch of AIs that I didn't want to show y'all on camera because El Tubo knocked me down, right? But everybody else is doing it. And they're not real images anyway. Low-key was petty as hell. Definitely petty as hell. Right? But just like, don't speak on me. You walking around in your building in your drawers. Right? For those that don't know, Joe Budden was brought up on charges by his neighbors that he was ringing their doorbell in the buff, in the hallway of their apartment building. They have chalked it up to sleepwalk. He did a whole podcast about it, said he's had problems with these neighbors before, and he's a sleepwalker, and he sleptwalked his ass to their door, and boom. So let's get Joe Budden talking about 50 Cent needing therapy. Who is Joe Budden? Joe Budden is a rapper that has become a famous podcaster. Joe has, he's again part of the hip hop pantheon that, there's a lot of history. That's the type of shit I'll be talking about on For Beginners, the stuff with him and Vlad and Ransom, and he was on the cutting edge of the internet and making women famous on the internet when he was dating them and stuff like that. Like, he got a long history. So we'll get into that on For Beginners one of these days.
50 Cent needs therapy. I don't care if you agree with the rationale. And 50-50, he gonna stand in it. He gonna stand strong in it.
He is. I look at it from both sides of the coin.
And if 50 feel like that, then go smoke a cigar in the cigar room. Publicly saying, damn, I want him to see my new shows. I think it's wrong.
They've had real life beef. Just feel this way, just saying 50's wrong in this instance.
All right, for those that need clarification, what they are talking about is the passing of Irv Gotti. May he rest in peace. For those that don't know, Irv Gotti is one of 50 Cent's arch nemesis. Upon the news of his passing, 50 said, damn, I wanted him to see my new shows as a post. 50 and him have real beef. Real beef stemming from the fact that Big Supreme was the person that allegedly, or as far as the gossip and the rumors in the streets say, set up 50 to be bang-banged 9 times. And because of that alliance that Preem had with Irv Gotti, and because of the whole Ja Rule 50 Cent shit, those fucking guys hated each other. Now, there's some motherfuckers out here that when they go, I'm going to fire up the live stream, I'm going to crack a beer and have a shot. There's a couple of motherfuckers out there that's going to do the same when I go. It's the same shit that that Yayo was talking about. Like, eventually they're going to pop bottles when we go. It just be like that. These beefs be real deep, and they're blood feud vendettas that just don't go away. And people expect 50 to play by their rules and their morality, and it's like, what are you asking people for? He ain't like him. So that's the conversation they're having here. Let's get it.
50 Cent needs therapy. I don't care if you agree with the rationale. And 50-50, he gonna stand in it. He gonna stand strong in it.
He is. I look at it from both sides of the coin.
And if 50 feel like that, then go smoke a cigar in the cigar room. Publicly saying, damn, I want him to see my new shows. I think it's wrong.
They've had real life beef. Just feel this way, just saying 50's wrong in this instance because a lot of people love Irv.
It's not about Irv Gotti and liking Irv Gotti. If somebody says somebody that's, I think that's nasty.
There are a lot of people who base what's right and wrong based on whether we like this person or not. That is a fact.
That is true.
I love Fifth, but when I saw that, it made me feel bad seeing that in Irv picture because he got family and stuff like that.
Right.
He did that. 50 wasn't happy about that, right? I sat there and I said to myself, okay, People talk about how petty 50 is all the time. Maybe he not going to flip on Joe this time. I was wrong like a motherfucker, boy. Some of us are just us, man. It is what it is. Stay on my mix, Joe. Talking about I need therapy. Bitch, you need to stop walking around naked. Fuck is you doing in the hallway with your balls out, punk?
I'm in your bubble. I'm in your bubble.
So that's 50's first shot. There was a couple of other things that he posted, right? 50 is known to post something, then delete it. It's not a big deal, right? He had shit like this, right? But this is an AI Joe Budden. This ain't the real Joe Budden. But the dude had on drawers. He was in tighty whities and he's in the street. So he had all these different pictures of him looking like that, right? 50 Cent, the you doing over here naked, Joe? How you open a damn door if you sleep, fool? Nah, fuck all that.
I've been getting fucking negativity highlighter, fucking 50 been posting me for 7 days in a row. Fucking what else happened this week? Something else happened this week. It's just been a week.
Yeah.
It's been a week.
I was at the hospital.
Funeral.
Wednesday. A dude saw me, was like, yo, Ice. Looked over, he's like, yo, 50 on your man ass, yo, 50 on your man ass. I'm like, no, the niggas thought that was you.
That's the problem with the internet.
They thought that was real. I'm like, yo, that's
right
not
there.
Joe.
That's the problem with the internet.
They thought that was real. I'm like, yo, that's
right
not
there.
Joe, bro.
That right there.
And he's right. That's the problem with the internet. Most people, the majority of people walk down the street with blinders on. You can walk right past them. They know you. They don't see your face. They can look right at you. The most ridiculous AI shit. You know what I'm saying? A fucking polar bear in the Bahamas. You know? And people will be like, oh, shit, look at this. And it's like, that's what's wrong with the internet. That they believed that was the real Joe, pictures of the real Joe Budden. Nobody thought, who's taking these pictures? Why are they so clean? Why are they so perfect? Why does he look so young if this just happened? Like, not this question on the internet.
Here's the problem with the internet. Like, my day was fine.
All right, ours wasn't. Yeah, like, nigga, whatever happened to
like
you,
nothing,
you don't get it.
It didn't change anything. Actually, quite the contrary, man. Like, I ain't one of the rapper niggas. He do that shit. I make money. I get paid.
He said, I'm not a rapper. It don't bother me what he does. When he does that, I get paid.
Shout him out.
Anytime anyone, cook, nigga. Anytime one of them niggas with fucking 30 million, 50 million followers post me good or bad, I get paid. If I have a problem with it, we getting lawyers involved.
Boom.
What would you?
If I have a problem with it, we getting lawyers involved.
50 million followers post me good or bad, I get paid. If I have a problem with it, we getting lawyers involved. Like, what would you want me to do? Because that's illegal. But
illegal?
Yeah, you can't take all these AI pics and just start. That's what Shorty is going to court for. You can't do that. But I don't have a problem with it, and I think that's corny.
Hey, that AI ended up motherfuckers in court real quick. AI existed for like a week before the first motherfucker had a case on that bitch.
That's 50. I got all the respect in the world from. But if I get tired of it and it stops paying, then yeah, it's lawyer time. Yeah, then it's this shit. Me. Yeah.
All right. 50 has a response for that too. Now, you wonder why it wasn't easy for me to find those images. 50's response. So that's the plan? He laughs. You gonna sue me, Joe? Ha 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 ha. I think you are mistaking me for someone else. I'm gonna get face to face with you so you can tell me about the therapy I need. You wanna sue me, dog? Now, didn't Joe have a problem with Drake suing? Is it the same thing? Is it different? It wasn't a thought that I had. I mean, anytime somebody in hip-hop sues, it's not like some no snitching shit where, oh, you can't sue somebody. I get it. Don't sue somebody over battle rap. Math Hoffa, as you can see here, put these eyes up, and then he had a response, and he was posing the same question. And that made me think, okay, is it the same thing?
I remember all that energy that Joe had for Drake. Do y'all remember the energy that Joe had for Drake? Right? Just questions. Just questions.
I think he's going to argue it's a different thing. You can't just be putting my face, my image on shit. I don't know. Something to think about. I haven't really thought about it. And then I realized something. 50 says this. Again, he deletes shit. So that's the plan. You going to sue me, huh? I think you're mistaking me for someone else. I'm going to get face to face with you so you could tell me about the therapy I need. But then I said, all right, this time I'm going to show the chat those pictures. And I went looking for them, and guess what? Them pictures are gone. All the AI Joe Budden pictures are gone. So evidently Legal called and said, yeah, you want to see him face to face, whatever. Get that shit off of the top. Those pictures got taken down. So evidently that threat was taken. Because every last one of them was taken down. All of them. And shout out to 50. This is another actor that 50 put in a position. Michael Rainey Jr. won the NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Actor in a Drama Series. You know, gave 50 all his love. Wouldn't be there if it wasn't for you. If you didn't believe in me, I love you for life. He said, I'm proud of Michael Rainey Jr. He was already on point. But this is the kind of recognition he needs to take it to the next level. He brought me a blue LV jacket I had on last night. I said, oh shit, Yayo never bought me nothing. That's another thing. 50 was upset with Yayo over the last interview, but you know, it's Yayo. Yeah, he was low-key clowning Yayo. He posted some videos of Yayo. He talks about an old video of Yayo getting thrown in the bushes. 50 was on his ass for him saying 50 was crazy. But Michael Rainey Jr. and Lil Meech, they had issues too, because Lil Meech was the new kid as far as the actors circle that 50 runs with goes. Michael Rainey tried to, show him how it's done, and somebody asked Michael Rainey, they said, why you didn't take him under your wing? And Michael Rainey said, we tried, but he wanted to be big bro so bad, and look where it got him. So we saw him hanging out with Ross recently at the party. He was looking rather tall, from what I could tell. And then after, they took a picture, and there was another alliance that was made. So it wasn't just Lil Meech. They made another alliance. And that alliance is another alliance just like Ross against 50. And it is Floyd Mayweather Jr. For those that don't know, Floyd and 50 had a very close relationship. For those that don't know, 50 boxed as a kid. Him and Floyd got close. They were friends. And the story goes, Floyd went to prison for tax evasion. He asked 50 to kind of take charge and manage the money team businesses, right? And 50 went in there and said, I found out there was no money team. I found out that there was no LLCs in place. There was no business structure. There was nothing there. 50 said, I did what I knew how to do. I put money in, built the business, boom, boom, boom. Got his shit right. Got him taken care of. And then when he came home, Mayweather's attitude was, I ain't tell you to do all that. I ain't tell you to do that. 50 had put money up, and 50 was waiting on his bread. 50 wants his money by Monday. He wasn't hawking him for it. He just knew you got it. I did what you asked me to do. What's up? He was like, I didn't ask you to do all that. Which is something goofy motherfuckers do. I'm not going to take away from Floyd and not say he's not a shrewd businessman. I'm not going to say he's not a masterful master boxer, pugilist. But he didn't have his ducks in order. 50 got his ducks in order. 50 got his ducks in order. That caused a rift between them. They weren't friends anymore. They went back and forth talking shit to each other. 50 did the ice bucket challenge. We could watch that. That's funny. He challenged Floyd to read a book.
Woke up, I look at the computer. The computer say, Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what did he say fuck me for? Nelly fucked your first baby mama, Melissa, then took your fucking fiance. Say fuck that nigga. This is a special ASLELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. Fuck the bucket of ice, man. Got a phone call from my man Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy said if Floyd accepts the challenge, then he'll put it on the actual show, so you can read it on the show. We don't want to put pressure on you. We know you can't pronounce those words in that Harry Potter book, so we're gonna let you read Cat in the Hat.
All right? You can't say the man ain't got a sense of humor. So, that leads to this alliance. The kid is like, I'm going to go take pictures with everybody. Ross, 50 don't like him. Floyd, 50 don't like him. Do these guys actually give a fuck about this kid or his father? If they gave a fuck, the truth is, Ross had a song. I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover, Whip and Work, hallelujah, right? Did he break them off a percentage for that record? Did he give them points on that record? Do they get to hold some publishing on that record? No? The fuck you doing here now then? And this kid is looking silly because where were they? When he didn't know shit about acting. Where were they? Right? And then you would think it's just a kid, but no. Oh, I'm sorry. This picture reminded me of this picture. This picture right here reminded me of this fake-ass picture. Magic Johnson, Tyson, Madonna, Eddie Murphy, Prince, Michael Jackson. They thought they was this. They wilded. Kid ain't the only one out there with these alliances. We bring our new friends home to daddy. Right? You gonna point at him and shit. The fuck is you pointing at, man? It's Floyd? Yeah, it's Floyd, bro. But what's Floyd gonna do for y'all? Now, there was also an image of them sitting down, chopping it up. I don't know what they were talking about. I don't know what kind of business they got going on. Who knows who owns the rights to their story, them. At what point do they say, hey, man, you can't even wear that chain no more, man. You copyright infringement. BMF is ours now. What? So, yeah, man, I see this, and I'm like, okay, so what the f is Floyd going to do? What, you guys going to box now? What, celebrity boxing? What are we doing? He going to make a movie for y'all? He going to make sure that you guys are good? He going to bring you money and drop off bags and shit? Or you just want to take a picture with every enemy that 50 Cent got? What good does that do you? About as much good as it did for fucking Little Preem running around taking pictures with everybody in the name of his daddy. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. I just don't see the point of this. What they going to do? Make an announcement. You funding the movie? Who's directing? Who has the rights? What can happen? What can't happen? Where the lawyers at? Show me a picture with a lawyer. Forget about the picture with fighters and rappers. Show me a picture with a lawyer. Let's see that shit. You know what I mean? What are you talking about here? So all these alliances have been made, so you could expect things to heat up, and maybe even that documentary or whatever it is getting pushed to the front of the portfolio. Let's get that shit done, get it popping, and get out of here, because they're doing everything to antagonize him, but they're not doing nothing to better their situation. Does that make sense? That's what I think is happening. They're fucking around. Meech looks like a happy groupie smiling and shit. Lil Meech been out and look upset in the picture knowing what can happen. Nah, he don't look upset. He look like he's always hard. He's always, tough guy. Tony Tough Guy. I heard Wack 100 say this, and it made me think about what the twins usually be saying. I think Wack has the same sentiment right here. If motherfuckers was just honest with what was happening, maybe people wouldn't look at it the way they look at it. This whole snitching situation. And Wack kind of alludes to that in this video here.
Boosie the biggest street gangster rapper that's alive right now.
God, here.
Beat Count.
All right, this dude said Boosie is the biggest street gangster rapper out here. And Wack said, get the fuck out of here.
Boosie the biggest street gangster rapper that's alive right now.
God, here.
Beat Count.
Dumb as your mother.
Bro,
stupid.
Ain't no paperwork on Boosie.
Ain't no paperwork on Boosie.
Huh?
Ain't no paperwork
Boosie
on Boosie.
support niggas that got paperwork.
Boosie supports people that got paperwork.
Everybody do.
No.
Everybody does. Because why? Because the fuck is going on out here? Everybody talking to everybody.
That's the way I like
No, we don't.
You ain't been around one person that had paperwork.
I tell you, he's a rat.
And he got a point. It's out in the open.
And I'm doing business with him. Boosie act like he don't know what's going on.
That's another point. That's the problem I have right there. The picking and choosing. What? Huh? My primo? My best friend? My hero? What? No way. All right, but there it is. That is the point that I think the twins be trying to make. Like, instead of fucking looking around, just call a spade. It is what it is.